Hello there and welcome to another YouTube video. So we're just under 7 weeks out now from the first show of the season, and I was fully prepared for this video to be what a natural pro men's physique athlete eats on a high day, because I was actually expecting a high day. But I sent my shots to AJ, my coach, this morning. And he's like, yep, shots look good, back to baseline we go. And I'm like, cheers AJ, you've just ruined my YouTube video. But we move. I'll just make it like a standard full day of eating on prep, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, in terms of prep itself, prep's been really good. A lot of show days attended in terms of the main events, but obviously I filmed one a couple of weeks ago and I just don't want to do the same thing again and again, and it gets a little bit repetitive, I suppose. And business has been pretty mental with posing, with clients coming on with myself, with the other boys as well. Obviously that takes a large majority of my time. I want to like put my eggs in that basket as well as manage my own prep and not burn out and not lose like 10 pounds of muscle like I did last time. Has been a priority. But I am gonna try and allocate a day in the week where we can do YouTube videos like today. So in terms of what we're gonna do for today, we'll take you through the meals that I'm having on a daily basis on a baseline. And then we'll get some training in. We've got push, we've got some posing as well. And then I'm filming a couple of videos. So I'm filming a podcast with Mr. Josh Matter and a business call with the Kaizen posing boys. But yeah, anyways, let's get right into the video. Right, so meal one, which is normally meal two actually, is gonna be oats with protein. Just because I'm training a little bit earlier today. For me, oats has always been my pre-workout meal of choice. Like regardless of if I'm in off-season prep, whatever. I don't know, it kind of just sits with me the best whilst I train. It leads to me like not going hypo. I feel like if I have something super sugary, I get a little bit of a crash. So this just gives me that like sustained energy release. And I feel like I get a crazy pump from it. So I don't know, if you feel like you get something where it just kind of sticks and clicks when you train, I would just really prioritize keeping that meal in before you train. Even when you go into prep as well and you're reducing your food, try reducing the other meals first in terms of the number of calories rather than your pre-workout meal, because you do really want to prioritize importance. Anyways, we're going to show you how to actually make these oats. So what I normally do is I put 100 grams of oats, obviously just weigh it out. Then from there, I weigh out my water. This is very important, otherwise you're going to get some weird consistency. So what I do is I weigh out 400 mils or grams of water, as that is the density of water. So yeah, normally a 4:1 ratio there. Then from there, I'm gonna put this in the microwave. So what you're gonna do it in spells. You're gonna do 2 minutes first, you're gonna take it out, stir. Then you're gonna do 1 minute, take it out, stir. And then you're gonna do spells of 30 seconds. So you might just need one more 30 second until it's the right consistency. And then I'll show you what it looks like then. So that's 2 minutes, and then I do a little stirry, that's fine. And then from there, I'll go back in the microwave. For now, 1 minute. Right, so here's a pro tip for when the oats is in the microwave, get everything else prepared. So we've got the Conte Sports Elite Whey. Use code KES10 at Conte for checkout, and that'll get you 10% off. It is indeed elite. And then I've got salt, low salt, and I've got some dark chocolate as well. So what I will do with the salt that is I'll weigh out 2 grams of pink, geez Louise. I'll weigh out 2 grams of pink salt and then 1 gram of low salt. Obviously that'll just give you like differing amounts of sodium and potassium. Like this is just what I do with like literally every single meal. I even do that in the off season as well, and it just keeps it consistent. So a lot of people, when they feel like their look is fluctuating a lot, it'll just be sodium imbalances because they're having different amounts of salts every day. So it's just good habit to just to weigh it out essentially. But yeah, let's get the oats out of the microwave. Right, so because the whey I'm using is rather thin, I am gonna make the consistency of the oats a little bit thicker. So that's the reason why, but let us put the whey in. So I'm gonna have 45 grams of this in. Typically, like for a good mixture, try and have about half the amount of whey you have in comparison to the amount of oats. Obviously, sometimes you can't because of your diet, etc. But I feel like that kind of gives you the best. This is the worst thing, by the way, when you overshoot it with the whey amount, and then you have to scoop it out. That's perfect. Sweet. Okay, and then we'll add some salt in from there. and then I'll mix it, and then I'll show you the final concoction. And there we have it. That is pretty much the perfect consistency of oats, where it's not too watery, but not too rock solid as well. Then, this is very important. One second, let me take the spoon out. What I do from there, put the dark chocolate on. That is too big a chunk, by the way, in little chunks. That way, the lower surface area of the chocolate will melt more easily, so you won't have to warm it up as much. We love science. So that's that, and then we'll put this in the microwave for another 30 seconds. And there we have it. So a lot of people make the mistake of just putting the chocolate in their oats and mixing it. And yeah, it tastes a bit more chocolatey, but when you have that texture of the melted chocolate on top of the oats, you will genuinely not have any cravings during prep. So pro hack there. And there we have it. We've got meal one, 100 grams of oats, 45 grams of Conte Sports Whey Elite, Tes 10 once again. And then 20 grams of dark chocolate and 150 grams of pineapple. So let's crack right into the meal. Right then, I am on my little hashtag digestion walk. One of the things that I've been thinking about a lot more recently is actually the competitive nature of actually being on stage and what I'm going to be like and how I'm going to stack up. And it's not something that a lot of people speak about, to be honest, because maybe they just don't want to speak about it, they don't want to think about it, and maybe for the fear of failing. I can guarantee everyone thinks about this. Everyone wants to do well and everyone wants to win. So I've just been thinking about, okay, like what are my chances? How am I going to stack up? And honestly speaking, like I'm confident about my luck and I do think that I will be somewhat competitive. But then it's a case of, okay, what do I want to get out of the season? Obviously the main goal is my IFBB Pro Card, but I would quite like to do a PCA show as well, I'm not going to lie. So that's got me thinking, do I do the PCA Naturals 3, which is in 6 weeks in Derby, or do I then do the PCA Naturals 4 at the end of July? But obviously that would be if I didn't get my IFBB Pro Card. So I'm just kind of umming and ahhing about it at the minute, because I definitely want to do a PCA show, and it would be cool if I did do well and win the overall to get a sword. But obviously, as I've said, my main goal definitely still is the IFBB Pro Card. So those two road shows are going to be my main shows. But yeah, especially when you get close to shows, you have these thoughts more and more of what you want to do and what you want to get out of the season. And yeah, I thought I might as well just vocalize it, just to let you guys know, like, everyone thinks this way. Right then, we are in the gym and we're about to train push, but before we do that, I'm doing mobility work and I've had to ramp it up a fair amount, literally every single day now. This issue with my shoulder is like an AC joint issue. I don't know if it's a tear or just a sprain or something like that, but yeah, it's like painful on a daily basis now. It's one of them where you kind of learn to deal with it. But obviously from a training and posing perspective, I want to make sure it's as pain-free as possible. To mitigate that, we're doing a lot of mobility work. I'm going to do that and then I'm just going to get straight into the session. I don't want to talk too much, just because I want to stay a little bit more locked in and focused this time. I feel like I've done this session before on the channel, so I'll just do some highlight footage, so let's get into it.
Yeah. All right. Son of Augustine style, you get me? Yeah, new whip outside is different. Ask me where to cop it, mind your business. New whip outside, I'm vicious. Ask me where to cop it, I'll admit it. Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that my mind is different? Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that I'm riding with it? I'm riding with it. You can't see the size, ain't norm. I ain't reached my final form. I gotta teach inside a storm. I gotta reach inside it. No, I don't need Poseidon. By and large, I don't preach no violence. Right feet right beside him. I am calm. I am different. I enlisted. Fired up but not find the mischief. I am one to find time and listen. Lighten up the entire district. I am one to take time and find it. If they hate, they can't ride beside us. New whip. This time we ride it. All my people know out of towners. Yeah. New whip outside is different. Ask me where to cop it, mind your business. New whip outside, I'm vicious. Ask me where to cop it, I'll admit it. Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that my mind is different? Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that I'm riding with it?
Right, that's push and posing wrapped up. Pretty good session. These sessions are always going pretty well, to be fair, because they're always off the back of a high day. So energy is good, pump is good, and life is good. So since then, I've done a little food shop, and now we're in the process of making some food. So as you can see, I always use a rice cooker for my rice. Literally, like if you're making it on a pan, just save yourself the hassle and get a rice cooker. It is genuinely a game changer. Oh, I need to turn it on. Then I am making some chicken as well. So I've like put some Nando's peri marinade on it, and then we've got like a rice cooker. I was about to say a rice cooker then, an air fryer. Once again, if you're using a pan or an oven or something, genuinely an air fryer, one, it saves you time, and two, it's a lot less of a hassle to clean afterwards as well. So it's an absolute game changer. So I'll put them in now, and then the next clip will be when they're made. And there we have it then. So we've got meal 2. So we've got some rice, 90 grams of rice, 150 grams of chicken, and 100 grams of pineapple. It's nothing crazy, but honestly, something that tastes relatively nice, digests well. Like that's the main thing I want on this prep. I feel like too many people try to go too crazy with making wacky food choices. But yeah, this is the way you stay a lot less food focused. And bro, it's like literally 3:30 now, and I'm having meal 2. Honestly, this is the reason why I don't do all these YouTube videos. Getting cameras set up and all that stuff, it's such a pain. And getting mics charged and all that. But anyways, this is what I do for the people of YouTube. Hello man, hope all is well with you and you're having a really good week so far. So thank you very much for sending the photos over. It is much appreciated. So let's get right into it. So I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Wicked, wicked. I can see a seat though. You got the SpongeBob's invisible pen.
Yeah, hold on. That's funny that you pulled out your camera because I was just grabbing my
I'm actually filming for YouTube, fully enough, so I'm just doing a little BTS footage.
No way.
Yeah. I need a special celebrity appearance though.
Look, guys, so you guys can't.
That's so funny.
We're both on the same page.
That's amazing. Do you know what I'm going to do? Keep it there, and I'm going to get a picture for my story as well of us both vlogging on the same bit. That's great. Got it. Perfect. Right, so that's podcast film with Josh. So we were basically speaking about the Pittsburgh Pro and the fact that Chiron won. For people that know me, like Chiron genuinely is one of my favorite men's physique athletes. So to see someone like that win against Ali Bilal, who everyone puts as like Ryan Terry's main competition, like that is so cool. We actually had Chiron on the podcast a few weeks ago, so he is my pick to win this year's men's physique Olympia. So let's see if he does it. But we've got meal 3 now. So essentially all we have is 150 grams of chicken, 3 slices of sourdough, and 20 grams of almond butter. Normally this is my meal 1 when I'm training after 2 meals, but I've just moved it to meal 3. Yeah, for me, my food is still high enough where I don't have to over volumize my food too much. So I can kind of keep stuff in like sourdough, which I absolutely love and digest really well. But if I got to the point where my food did go much lower, I'd probably sub out the sourdough for something a little bit more satiating. Right, so we're on to another call now, and this time we have, as you can see, Mr. Ryan Parker and Shay McCall in the waiting room. We're supposed to have one other person who has not shown up yet. There we go. You are live on YouTube. Please do not swear or say anything that will get you cancelled.
Hi, Young. How are you?
I'm good, mate. How about yourself?
No, because now I want to say something that'll cancel me.
Alright.
I want to say something so bad.
Mate, I'm glad Cam isn't here.
Yeah, just watch your join now and I'll just do some...
I'll just get rid of it before...
If you want to have posing that will swing your dick at shows, same will be in the link in the bio.
I actually am going to put the link in the description as well. Wicked.
Guys, if you want good posing, join with me, not these 3 other guys.
Yeah, we love a CTA. Okay, so we're on the final meal of the day. And this isn't grass, by the way. This is rocket and baby leaf salad. So this is sadly my only meal of the day that I have without carbs. And yeah, for that reason, I do have a little bit of veg with this to volumize the meal. As well as that, I've got 30 grams of dark chocolate for some fats. For me, I feel like I can afford to go hungrier in the evening. And I don't really have too much of a problem with it, rather than if I was to have like a low carb meal earlier on when I'm gonna train, I feel like that wouldn't really set me up in a good way. So I've always worked this way, where I've had low carb meals at night, and it's worked for me. So I suppose it's a case of having this meal now. Normally after my final meal, which is around 8, I try and not do any work after that. I've actually got to upload the podcast that we've just filmed. But other than that, I am going to try my best to wind down, chill for the night. I'm going to either watch, because at the minute I'm watching Blue Lock, which is surprisingly good, because I didn't have high expectations going into it, or From, which is an absolutely fantastic show. That's it for the video. One of the most exciting full day of eating videos you'll ever see. That was a joke, by the way. Anyways, I shall catch you in the next one.